Can I make it? Shit, I'm late. Where is everyone? I should probably leave.
Where the hell you think you're going? Skipping class? Hiya! When I was in college, I used to climb 3 mountains and kill 5 lions just to go to school. Hiya, such a disappointment. Anyway, I'm Mr. Ching Chong. I'm the substitute teacher for this TE class. And today, we're gonna solve an equation of application of differential equation, Newton's law of cooling. Hiya! Newton is like my great-great-grandfather. No lying.
How in the world did that happen? You're from China and Newton is not from London.
Now, for an example of Newton's law of cooling, we have this problem. Suppose that a cup of soap cooled from 90 degrees to 60 degrees Celsius after 10 minutes in the room whose temperature was 20 degrees Celsius. Now, how much longer would it take the soup to cool down to 35 degrees Celsius? Now, we have to use this equation. T minus T sub s equals to T sub 0 minus T sub s multiplied by e raised to negative 10k, where the T is the temperature of the soup at the time. T sub s is the surrounding temperature, and the T sub 0 is the temperature at time equals to 0. Now, we will have a given. The given is T equals to 60 degrees Celsius and T sub s equals to 20 degrees Celsius, and T sub 0 we have 90 degrees Celsius, and for our time we have 10 minutes. Now, we are missing something from the equation, which is the k. Now, first things first, we gotta solve for k. Now, this is for the given earlier, just for references. Now, for this solution, we will still use the equation from the earlier slide. Now, we have T minus T sub s equals to T sub 0 minus T sub s multiplied by e raised to negative kt. Then, you have to substitute all the given from the equation. Then you will have 60 minus 20 equals to 90 minus 20 multiplied by e raised to negative 10k. Then you will have 40 equals to 70 e raised to negative 10k. Then you have to cancel out the 70 from the right side since we are solving for k. Then you will have 40 equals to 70 e raised to negative 10k will be divided both sides by 70. Then you will have 4 over 7 equals to e raised to negative 10k. Now, to cancel out the e, you have to raise both sides by ln. Now, you will have ln equals to 4 over 7 equals to ln e raised to negative 10k. Now, the ln in the e will be cancelled out. Then you will have ln 4 over 7 equals to negative 10k.
Sir?
Yes.
Where did the ln comes from?
What the hell are you even paying attention? My 2-year-old son can even solve this problem. You don't know Pythagorean theorem. You don't know mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Hiya, such a disappointment.
We got the ln to cancel out the e since we are solving for k. Now again, we have ln 4 over 7 equals to negative 10k. So we can solve for k again. So we need to cancel out the negative term from the right side. So you have to divide both sides by negative 1 over 10. I mean, you can multiply negative 1 over 10. Now you will have ln 4 over 7 equals to negative 10k multiplied by negative 1 over 10. Then you will have negative ln 4 over 7 over 10 equals to k. Now if you calculate for the k, you will have the k equals to 0.056. Now that we solve for k, we're gonna find the time to cool down to 35 degrees Celsius. Now we have solved for the value for k. Now we're gonna solve for the time to cool down to 35 degrees Celsius. Now for the given, we have T equals to 35 degrees Celsius, and for T sub S is equals to 20 degrees Celsius, and T sub 0 is equals to 60 degrees Celsius, and our K is equals to 0.056. Now that we're gonna calculate for the time, usually, of course, we're gonna look for time. Time is equals to question mark. Now to solve for the time to cool down to 35 degrees Celsius, we will use the earlier equation from this slide. Again, we will use this again. T minus T sub S is equals to T sub 0 minus T sub S e raised multiplied by e raised to negative kt. Now, substitute all the given to the equation. You will have 35 minus 20 equals to 60 minus 20 multiplied by e raised to negative 0.0560. And you will have 15 equals to 40 e raised to 0.0560.
Sir,
Yes.
where did the negative 0.056 come from?
You stupid! Are you even an engineering student? You have two choices in your life. Pay attention or be a failure. Hiya!
Negative 0.056 is equals to k. Hiya. Now we will move forward. 15 equals to 40 equals to 40 e raised to negative 0.056t. We will cancel out the 40 from the right side. Then you will have 15 equals to 40 equal 40 multiplied by e raised to negative 0.56t multiplied by 1 over 40. Then you will have 15 over 40 equals to e raised to negative 0.56t. Then you will have 3 over 8 e raised to negative 0.056t. Now we're gonna cancel out the e again to solve for t. So we will use ln adjoint. We need to raise ln on both sides. Then you will have ln 3 over 8 equals to ln e raised to negative 0.056t. Then the ln and the e will be cancelled out again. Then you will have ln 3 over 8 equals to 0.056t. Now that we're gonna solve for t, so we're gonna move 0.056t to the left side again to solve for t. Then you will have negative 0.3 over 8 over 0.056. That is equals to t. Now that we calculated on our calculator, of course, the value for t will be equal to t equals to 17.53 minutes. So that will be our final answer for this problem.
Sir,
I will send you to Jesus. You stresses me. You disgrace to your parents. You such a disappointment. You are a failure.